Joe Burrow's recent comments have set off a frenzy across the NFL, with sources from multiple teams telling CBS Sports they anticipate several organizations will attempt to trade for the Cincinnati quarterback this offseason. This speculation comes despite Burrow saying he plans to remain in Cincinnati in 2026, and despite the Bengals showing absolutely no interest in dealing their franchise player. One NFC front office executive stated that probably only a handful of teams wouldn't at least make an attempt to acquire Burrow. However, a source familiar with both the Bengals and Burrow was clear that while teams should try, the Bengals aren't dealing him and he doesn't want to leave. The drama started 2 weeks ago when Burrow admitted he wasn't having any fun playing football and expressed frustration with everything surrounding the team. Sources explained he was simply venting after making yet another injury comeback without the wins to show for it, but that he's not contemplating retirement or leaving Cincinnati. Last week, after being officially eliminated from the playoffs, Burrow didn't deny letting his mind wander about not finishing his career in Cincinnati, though he expects to play well and consistently great for a long time. At 29 years old, Burrow's the same age Andrew Luck was when he shockingly retired, which has fueled speculation about his future. The situation mirrors what happened with Carson Palmer years earlier. Following the 2010 season, Palmer requested a trade out of Cincinnati. Owner Mike Brown declined, Palmer threatened retirement, and a Cold War ensued where the Bengals drafted Andy Dalton while Palmer refused to report. It wasn't until the Raiders needed a starter that Cincinnati finally dealt their former top pick for a first-round pick and a conditional second-rounder. ESPN reported last week that the Miami Dolphins offered 4 first-round picks in 2020 in exchange for the top pick and the opportunity to select Burrow. Cincinnati obviously declined, but that was when they had no other quarterback and could reset with a Heisman Trophy winner and national champion on a rookie contract. Now Burrow's playing on a 5-year, $275 million extension. What would the theoretical price be today? One NFC executive suggested it probably depends on whether a team has a young quarterback or players to offer, but imagine Cincinnati won't even answer the phone without at least 2 first-round picks, plus more, maybe even 3 if no players are involved. The floor for any deal would seemingly be the Deshaun Watson trade from 2022, when the Browns sent 3 first-round picks, 2 second-rounders, and a third to Houston. But one AFC executive said a Ricky Williams-type trade would have to happen, referencing when the Saints traded their entire 1999 draft plus 2 future first-round picks to move up 7 spots. It's unimaginable such a trade would occur in today's NFL, just as it's unimaginable in Cincinnati's building that the Bengals will trade Burrow anytime soon. Still, teams make calls on players presumed unavailable all the time. As one longtime AFC executive put it, you can always ask. Burrow said earlier this month he can't see not being a Bengal next season, and he has a no-trade clause in his contract extension. But when asked if he sees himself finishing his career in Cincinnati, Burrow acknowledged that a lot of crazy things happen every year. Teams figuring to be in the quarterback market include the Raiders, Browns, Jets, Dolphins, and Cardinals. The Steelers, Colts, Rams, and Vikings could also need quarterbacks, depending on how the early offseason unfolds. No team has more draft capital than the Jets, who have 2 first-round and 2 second-round picks in 2026, plus 3 first-round picks in 2027. For breaking NFL news and in-depth analysis, subscribe to USA Today News for comprehensive coverage of all the biggest stories in professional football.